Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody got 12.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. We are back to it. It is Monday, August 24th. Looking back at yesterday, man, I ended up missing yesterday. Wasn't able to drop the video. I did all my research, was working on my graphics Saturday night. Had an emergency come up. You guys know how life's all the time, but the thing that got me tight was I looked at all my picks that I would have put out for yesterday's video. Most of them hit. I'm super tight, but look, you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We got a smaller slate, just 10 games here on tap today. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up, we got the Red Sox in Miami taking on the Marlins. We got Ranger Suarez on the mount for the Red Sox. We got Sandy Alcantara on the mount for the Marlins. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Ranger Suarez on the mount for the Red Sox. Remember, he had been dealing with that leg injury since towards the end of June. Finished the month of July with an ERA sitting close to 6. He's been getting healthier recently. Right now in the month of August, he has an ERA sitting at 3.30, whip sitting at 1.17. He is a sinker ball pitcher, but the strikeout rate has been going up in his recent starts. Still has a solid ground ball rate as well. Seeing a Miami Marlins team here today, loaded with left-handed bats. All the best bats are lefties. Ranger Suarez, like I said, throws that sinker primarily. This Marlins line's been struggling to hit the sinker this season. My overall breakdown for Suarez, I see him coming out here today having a really good game. Going about 5 scoreless before we get to this really good Red Sox bullpen. The Red Sox bullpen in the last 2 weeks has been a top 5 bullpen. I see the arms coming out the pen here today, which is rested. I see them coming in this game, shutting down this Marlins order. On the other side, we got Sandy Alcantara on the mount. This guy's been really good this season. Coming off a blow-up start last week, but it was in Philadelphia. We talk about it all the time. Sandy has really good home splits, struggle on the road this season. Back at home here today, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox lineup. Very good lineup in the last 2 weeks. In the month of August, they're a top 5 unit offensively. I'm projecting Sandy, a guy that throws the sinker primarily, to get hit up in this one. My overall breakdown, nothing too crazy. I see him going about 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. This Red Sox line, like I said, very good offensively, top 5 this season against the sinker. So I see Sandy, being vulnerable to some runs here today. My overall breakdown, like I said, he goes 6, gives up 2. Before we get to the X factor in this one, if there's going to be a big edge, it's going to be once Sandy Alcantara leaves this game. This Marlins bullpen continues to play bad, not to mention their attacks coming into it. After the 7th inning on, the Red Sox will have a big advantage. I see them being able to get to the Marlins bullpen here today. I see the arms coming out the Marlins pen coming in this game, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs. This game is down in Miami in the Dome, so don't whether to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Red Sox are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs for the player prop. I'm taking a Brady with the Red Sox for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Tampa Bay Rays in Detroit taking on the Tigers. We got Drew Rasmussen on the mount for the Rays. We got Framber Valdez on the mount for the Tigers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Drew Rasmussen on the mount for the Rays. This guy's having an amazing season this year. 3.01 ERA, 0.95 whip for the year. The hard hit rate sitting at 30%. Lefties batting 206 off of him for the year. Like I said, he's been dominant this season, but he is coming off a blow-up start last week against the Blue Jays. Gave up 5 runs in 5 innings pitched. Believe it or not, Drew Rasmussen, despite pitching in a pitcher-friendly ballpark down in Tampa Bay, has reverse splits. He has better numbers on the road this season. Here today, he's going to be in Detroit taking on a Tigers lineup. In the last 10 games played is a bottom 10 lineup versus right-handed pitching. Drew Rasmussen has a really good strikeout to walk ratio. That's really going to play in his favor here today, seeing the Tigers lineup, who strikeout numbers continue to go up. My overall breakdown for Rasmussen, he goes 6, possibly 7 innings where he gives up a run before we get to what's going to be the X factor for me in this game. This Tampa Bay Rays bullpen, they've been playing terribly for the last, I want to say 2+ weeks, but in the last 2 weeks, they're a bottom 10 bullpen. I see the arms coming out the Rays bullpen here today, coming in this game, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs. On the other side, we got Framber Valdez on the mount. He was supposed to start over the weekend. They actually pushed back the start so he gets extra rest. He is coming off a blow-up start last week, so I think that was one of the reasons that played into them wanted to give him an extra day of rest. I personally think that's going to work in his favor. At home this season, he's been much better than he's been on the road. Not to mention, he's going to be seeing a raised lineup, bottom 10 lineup versus left-handed bats. As long as he could pitch around Yandy Diaz and Caminero at the top of that lineup, I can see Valdez coming out here today having a bounce-back start, actually having a start similar to Rasmussen, where he goes about 6, giving up a run. Before we get to the Tigers bullpen, very good bullpen overall. They're slightly taxed coming into it, but I still like the arms available for Detroit late in this game to come in this one, possibly give up another run, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather for this game here today, as far as the weather goes, I really wouldn't say it's hitter friendly or pitcher friendly. It's a bit neutral. Ballpark Pal has this game rated with a -12 home run percentage, so they're looking at it more pitcher friendly. There is a small gust of wind at the start of the game blowing from the diamond to the outfield around what would project to be the 6th, 7th inning. That wind starts to blow from the outfield into the diamond, so stuff start to switch as the game goes along. Let's get to the picks. The Rays are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Dylan Dingler of the Tigers for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Rockies in DC taking on the Nats. We got Ryan Feltner on the mount for the Rockies. We got Cade Cavalli on the mount for the Nationals. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Ryan Feltner on the mount for the Rockies. This guy's been terrible this season. On the year, he has an ERA sitting close to 6, hard hit rate at 46%. In the month of August, he's kept up that terrible pace. Here in the month of August, he has an ERA up over 7, whip sitting close to 2, hard hit rate at 52%. The walk rate is through the roof. He is a sinker ball pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup. Fortunately for Ryan Feltner, bottom 5 team offensively in every category in the month of August. Not to mention, they're still down CJ Abrams. Looking at the matchup here today for Feltner, still got a few capable bats like House, Cruz, Lyle. I see Feltner coming out here today having a quality start. It's quite like a catch-22. Terrible offense, terrible starting pitcher. I see Feltner having a quality start here today, going about 5-6 innings where he gives up 2 runs. Before we get to what will be the X factor for me in this game, this Rockies bullpen coming off the series against the Guardians, where their bullpen is completely taxed coming into this one here today. Not to mention, they're still one of the worst bullpens in the majors. I seen the arms coming out this Rockies bullpen coming in this game, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs. On the other side, we got Cade Cavalli. I talk about it all the time when he's on the mount. This guy has really proven himself to be an ace this season, coming off of back-to-back shutout performances. The strikeout rate has gone through the roof for Cade. That's one thing I really like about him. In his last 5 starts, he's averaging 12.5 Ks per 9 innings. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Rockies lineup still down Hunter Goodman, still down their best bat versus righties, believe it or not. Despite Goodman being a righty, he's been their best batter versus right-handed pitching this year. I'm expecting Cade Cavalli to come out here today seeing an offense that's top 5 in the majors when it comes to striking out. I see that working in his favor as well. My overall breakdown for Cavalli, he goes about 7, giving up a run possibly, if not scoreless here today. Before we get to the Nationals bullpen, slightly taxed coming into it, but the Nationals bullpen's been playing much better in the last 2 weeks. I see the arms coming out the pen when Cavalli leaves this game, giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. This game is out in DC. As far as the weather side goes, it's a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. 85 degrees. We got a small gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Nationals are the betting odd favorites in this game here today. Granted, the price is ridiculous, -180. -180 for the Nationals should never exist, but I do like them here today on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the under 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Lyle of the Nationals for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Rangers in Chicago taking on the White Sox. We got Kumar Rocker on the mount for the Rangers. We got Jose Urquidy on the mount for the White Sox. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Kumar Rocker on the mount for the Rangers. This guy has not been good this season, but he's been terrible here in the month of August. ERA currently sitting at 7.80, whip sitting at 2.05, hard hit rates at 54%, has terrible splits versus left-handed bats. struggles in his road starts this season. Here today in Chicago, seeing a White Sox lineup loaded with left-handed bats. Like I said, the hard hit rate's really high for Kumar Rocker. This White Sox lineup has really good slugging numbers versus right-handed pitching. All of that adding up here today to Kumar Rocker getting belted in this one. My overall breakdown, he goes 5, possibly 6 innings where he gives up 3 to 4 runs before we get to this terrible Rangers bullpen. The Rangers bullpen in the last 30 games is a bottom 10 bullpen overall. Here today, I see the arms coming out the pen, giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs themselves. On the other side, it's going to essentially be a bullpen day for the White Sox. We have Jose Urquidy on the mound. He looked good last week. He pitched a bulk spot against the Cubs, pitched 6 scoreless innings, but I'm not expecting him to keep up that pace. This is a guy this season has an ERA up over 5. He averages a home run per 9 innings, and like I said, he is a bullpen arm. Here today, looking at the matchup for him, for one, he's going to be seeing a Rangers lineup in the last 30 plus days as a bottom 10 offense overall. Not to mention in the last 30 plus days, this is a bottom 10 offense versus right-handed pitching. Despite being loaded with lefties, this team has not been able to get to righties at all. Here today for Urquidy, I can see him going about 4 innings being like the bulk opener before we get to the rest of the White Sox bullpen. The White Sox bullpen here today slightly taxed coming into it, but still top 10 bullpen overall. I like the arms that come in after Urquidy leaves. I see him giving up a run or 2. The back end of this bullpen's in a really good spot to come in this game, possibly give up another run themselves, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather in this game, it's a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. We got a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond, like 2-3 miles per hour. I don't really think that's going to affect anything. Let's get to the picks. The White Sox are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Colson Montgomery of the White Sox to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Guardians in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. We got Messick on the mount for the Guardians. We got Carlson on the mount for the Angels. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Parker Messick on the mount for the Guardians. This guy's having an amazing rookie season. Made the All-Star team here. He's in the second half of the season. He's keeping up that amazing first half pace. He's in the month of August. 3 starts made, ERA sitting at 2.33, whip sitting at 0.80. The hard hit rate dropped down to 28%. The strikeout rate is really good. He's going to be seeing an Angels lineup here today. For the last 2 months, they've been a bottom 5 team versus left-handed pitching. Not to mention top 5 team when it comes to striking out. That's something that's going to really work in Parker Messick's favor. My overall breakdown for Messick here today, who has an amazing strikeout to walk ratio, doesn't really struggle with right-handed bats. He needs to be cautious of Mike Trout. Mike Trout still got pop versus lefties. You still got Zach Neto at the top of that lineup with pop as well. My overall breakdown for Messick, he goes about 6 innings here today, giving up a run or 2. Before we get to this Guardians bullpen, on the year, they've been a very good bullpen, but they've been regressing here in the month of August. They've not been playing good. I see the arms coming out this Guardians bullpen, possibly giving up another run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got George Glasson on the mount. He's looked decent here in the month of August. Mind you, he's been back and forth between the majors and the minors most of the year, but in the month of August, 17 innings pitched, only 3 runs given up. He's going to be playing a Guardians lineup here today, loaded with left-handed bats. Granted, this Guardians team's been very mediocre offensively. They played a terrible Giants lineup and we're struggling to get the runs off of the Giants pitching. So here today for Glasson, a guy that throws a really good fastball. I can see that given this, his fastball sitting around 98 miles per hour. I can see that giving this Guardians lineup a bit of problems. Overall, though, I can see a few of them getting to him like DeLautner and Ramirez. My overall breakdown for him here today, he goes 5 innings, giving up 2. Before we get to the Angels bullpen, this Angels bullpen in the last month has been playing really good. I see the arms coming out the Angels bullpen here today, giving up another run, probably, if not 2, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather in this one, as far as the weather goes, it's a bit more on the hitter-friendly side, over 85 degrees, 7 mile per hour winds, blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Jose Ramirez of the Guardians to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Pirates in San Diego taking on the Padres. We got Braxton Ashcraft on the mount for the Pirates. We got Robbie Ray on the mount for the Padres. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Braxton Ashcraft on the mound for the Pirates. This guy's been really good for Pittsburgh this season. Had a rough June, had a rough July, but here in August, gotten back on track. He's pitched a combined 23 innings this month, only giving up 6 runs through his last 3 starts. He has a 2.05 ERA, 0.50 whip, the hard hit rate down to 27%, but we talk about it all the time when Braxton Ashcraft's on the mound. The first thing you got to pay attention to is the lefties in the lineup. The second thing you got to pay attention to is the lineup he's going to be seeing, slugging numbers versus right-handed pitching. Fortunately for Ashcraft here today, he's going to be seeing a Padres lineup only featuring 3 left-handed bats. Not to mention when it comes to the slugging versus righties, they're more mediocre, middle of the pack team. They have very good on base, very good average versus righties, but the slugging's very average, I should say. Here today for Ashcraft, I can see him coming out having a quality start, going about 6, possibly 7 innings where he gives up 2 runs before we get to the Pirates bullpen. Very good bullpen overall. I mean, good bullpen overall, but their tax coming into it. I see the arms coming out the Pirates bullpen, giving up another run or 2. On the other side, we got Robbie Ray on the mound. Really has not looked good ever since the Padres acquired him from the Giants, giving up 7 runs in the 15 innings pitched here for the Padres up to this point. Fortunately for him here today, he's going to be seeing a Pittsburgh lineup loaded with left-handed bats. Robbie Ray has very good splits versus lefties. Not to mention, this is a top 10 team when it comes to striking out. Robbie Ray's at his best when he's able to work the Ks. He's someone that's still averaging 8.7 strikeouts per 9 innings. Here today for Ray, I can see him coming out having his best start as a Padre, going about 6 innings where he gives up a run before we get to the Padres bullpen. Very good bullpen overall. Rested coming into it. I like the back end of this Padres bullpen here today to come in this game and shut down this Pirates lineup. This game is out in San Diego. As far as the weather goes, it's a bit more on the hitter friendly side in my opinion. We got like about 4 to 5 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Pirates are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the San Diego Padres on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Fernando Tatis for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Phillies in Seattle taking on the Mariners. We got Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. We got Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. This guy's been really good this season for Philadelphia, but towards the end of July, here in the month of August, we're starting to see some regression from him. In the last 15 innings pitched, he's given up 10 runs, not to mention the hard hit rate's been going up, and his control's starting to be an issue as well. Another thing I'm noticing, the velocity on the fastball starting to drop a bit in his last 2 starts, about 2 miles per hour off the fastball in his last few outings. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Mariners lineup. They're coming off of one of their better offensive series in a long time against the Cubs over the weekend. Not to mention, lineup loaded with left-handed bats. They still got a little pop versus right-handed pitching. Here today, seeing Wheeler, I could see them getting to Zach. Like I said, the command's been a bit of an issue, not to mention the hard hit rate and the home run rate's been going up as well. My overall breakdown for Wheeler here today, I see him going about 6 innings, giving up a run, possibly 2, before we get to what's going to be the X factor for me in this game. It's going to be the Phillies bullpen. They're incredibly taxed coming into this game here today. I like the arms coming out the Phillies bullpen to give up another run, possibly 2 themselves. On the other side, we got Logan Gilbert on the mound. This guy's having another solid season in the month of August. 2.55 ERA, 0.90 whip, hard hit rate down to 28%, really good strikeout to walk ratio. He's going to be seeing a Phillies lineup. They just wrapped up a series in Philadelphia, traveling across the country to Seattle, seeing one of the best starting pitchers in the majors. This Phillies offense is really stagnant in their road games this season. My overall breakdown for Gilbert, as long as he could work the Ks here today, I can see him coming out having a lot of success. My overall breakdown for him, I see him going about 6 innings, giving up a run before we get to the Mariners bullpen. Very mediocre recently. I do like a few of the arms available late in this game for Seattle, though. I see the arms coming out the pen, giving up another run or so. On the other, looking at the weather for this game, the most pitcher-friendly weather as far as games go on the schedule here today. We got about 5 to 6 mile per hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Seattle Mariners on the money line. The game total set at 6.5. I do like the under 6.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Josh Naylor of the Mariners for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Minnesota Twins in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. We got Zebby Matthews on the mound for the Twins. We got Jeffrey Springs on the mound for the Athletics. Alright, getting into this game here, we got Zebby Matthews on the mound for the Twins, coming off a really good start last week against a struggling offense in the Braves. Pitched 6 innings, only gave up a run to Atlanta, but in the month of August, he's been terrible overall. 16 innings pitched, 8 runs given up, hard hit rate sitting at 47%. The big knock on Zebby Matthews this season has been his splits versus lefties. He's going to be seeing an Athletics lineup. For one, they're coming off one of their better series in a while against the Royals, but that's the Royals. I'm not going to really read too much into that one, but this lineup here today is only going to be featuring 5 lefties. That's something that's going to work in Zebby Matthews' favors. This Athletics lineup doesn't have crazy high slugging numbers versus righties. Another thing that's going to work in Matthews' favor here today. My overall breakdown for him, I see him going about 6 innings, giving up 2 runs here today. He'll probably give up a home run or 2, but going about 6, giving up 2. Before we get to the Twins bullpen, they're in a decent spot today. I could see them using some of their some of the worst arms here today, because they are slightly taxed coming into it. So I see the arms coming out this Twins bullpen giving up another 2, possibly 3 runs themselves. On the other side, we got what's going to be the X factor for me in this game. Jeffrey Springs, the left-handed pitcher this season, has been terrible. Towards the top of the league when it comes to home run rate, averaging 2.2 home runs per 9 innings, not to mention the hard hit rate at 52%. A guy that pitches for contact, that's how he gets a lot of outs, pop fly outs. Seeing a Minnesota Twins lineup here today, loaded with right-handed bats. He does struggle with righties. My overall breakdown for Jeffrey Springs here today, I see him getting hit up. I see him going about 4, possibly 5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs. I see Byron Buxton, Cody Clemens, maybe even Brooks, a few guys taking him yard in this game here today. Like I said, going about 4 or 5 innings, giving up 4 to 5 runs. Before we get to this terrible Athletics bullpen, they'll probably come in the game, give up a bunch of runs themselves. Looking at the weather, the most hitter-friendly game on the schedule, close to 15-mile-per-hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Twins are the betting on favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 10.5. I do like that over 10.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Byron Buxton of the Twins to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Cubs in Arizona taking on the Diamondbacks. We got Kevin Gausman on the mound for the Cubs. We got Merrill Kelly on the mound for the D-backs. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Kevin Gausman on the mound for the Cubs. Left his last start early, was dealing with cramps, but fortunately for him, it wasn't in his pitching arm, or maybe it was unfortunate, because this guy's been terrible since he's coming over from the Blue Jays to the Cubs. He's pitched a combined 16 innings for Chicago, giving up 11 runs. The hard hit rate in that time is sitting at 52%. He's been struggling with the command. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Diamondbacks lineup that continues to be very good offensively in the month of August. Top 10 team here in the last 20 games played versus righties. Looking at the pitch mix breakdown for Kevin Gausman here today, I could see him struggling. Well, you know what? It's in the dome. That's one thing that's going to work in Kevin Gausman's favor here today. Being in that dome down in Arizona, pitcher, a very controlled environment. My overall breakdown for him here today, as long as he could pitch around Corbin Carroll, I could see Gausman possibly having his best start as a Cub. My overall breakdown for him, he goes about 6 innings, giving up a run here today. Before we get to the Cubs bullpen, they're in a really good spot. I like the back end of the Cubs bullpen to come in this game, possibly give up another run themselves, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Merrill Kelly on the mound. This guy has not been good this season. One of the biggest knock on him has been that home run rate. He's averaging 1.8 home runs per 9 innings. Mind you, this is a guy that never pitches past the 6th, not to mention the hard hit rates at 47%. Struggles with lefties, going to be seeing 4 to 5 left-handed bats in the lineup here today. Struggles with the command at times as well. My overall breakdown for Merrill Kelly, he goes 4, possibly 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. Before we get to the Diamondbacks bullpen, there's tax coming into it. Don't like the arms coming out the Diamondbacks bullpen here today. I see them coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs themselves. This game is down in Arizona in the dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I do like them on the money line. The game total set at 9. I do like the over 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking PCA of the Cubs to hit a home run today. Final game of the day, we got the Reds in San Francisco taking on the Giants. We got Chase Burns on the mound for the Reds. We got Carson Wizard Hunt on the mound for the Giants. Alright, final game of the day, The reason I wasn't able to make the graphic for this one, they haven't officially confirmed Carson Whisenhunt. Everything is pointing to him, but I don't know. They officially haven't announced him as the starting pitchers close at 12 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So I don't know what the Giants are waiting for, but very straightforward game here today. We have one of the best starting pitchers in the majors in Chase Burns on the mound. This guy's having a Cy Young caliber season. In the month of August, he has an ERA sitting at 360. Whip is at 125. He's been struggling with the command recently, but he's been seeing some really good offensive teams of late. Here today, he's going to be seeing one of the worst offensive teams, if not the worst offensive teams in the San Francisco Giants. In the last 20 games played, they're bottom 5 offensively in every major category, not to mention bottom 5 versus right-handed pitching. Top 5 when it comes to actually striking out. Chase Burns has elite strikeout stuff. My overall breakdown for him here today, I see him dealing, going about 6, possibly 7 scoreless innings. Before we get to the Reds bullpen, they continue to play very well. They're rested coming into it. I like the arms coming out the Reds bullpen here today. Possibly give up a run, if not shut down this Giants lineup. On the other side, we got Carson Whisenhunt on the mound. The left-handed pitcher has not been good this season. The hard hit rate through the roof, the walk rate through the roof as well. Seeing a lineup here today, 7 projected right-handed bats in the order. Granted, this team's continued to be shaky offensively, but the Cincinnati Reds lineup did have one of their best offensive series over the weekend against the Diamondbacks. Here today, short travel day for them from Arizona to San Francisco. Tons of righties in the lineup. Like I said, the hard hit rate for Whisenhunt's high. This Reds lineup still got decent slugging numbers versus left-handed pitching. My overall breakdown here today, I see Whisenhunt going about 4 innings, giving up 2 to 3 runs. Before we get to this Giants bullpen, terrible bullpen overall. Tax coming into it, just traveled cross-country from Boston, coming back home. I see the arms coming out the pen here today, giving up another 2 themselves. As far as the weather goes, a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. We got a small gust of wind blown from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Reds are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Sal Stewart of the Reds to hit a home run today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today are sales on Saturday. Our ladder plate did come through for us to pay out $173.83. So today we'll pocket that $73.83 and wager $100 flat on the Chicago White Sox on the money line. We're getting them at -120. This is our ladder play of the day. Next up, we have a 2-leg home run parlay we're going to be playing here today. We're going to start it off with Colson Montgomery of the White Sox, and we wrap up the parlay with Pete Crow Armstrong of the Chicago Cubs, a $10 2-leg home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're going to be playing here today. We're going to start it off with the Cleveland Guardians on the run line. We're then going to play the Chicago Cubs on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Cincinnati Reds on the money line. Next up, we have another 3-leg parlay we're going to wrap up the day with. This time, we're going to start it off with the Texas Rangers White Sox game total to go over 8 total runs. We're then going to play the San Diego Padres on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Minnesota Twins on the money line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. We're back to it. Miserable Mondays. Let's get this week started off right. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.